What's up, family? What's up, family? It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. How y'all doing this Sunday? Just finished the workout once again. I like to hit y'all up after my workouts. But I want to holler at y'all about NBA free agency. I like what's going on. I told y'all some conglomerates are going to be built. You see what's getting built over in LA. As I told you what happened. I thought Chris Paul. Here's the thing about how I feel about that. I think them going the Westbrook route is actually the worst move they could have made. Because I don't think Westbrook is going to be a fit. I think eventually I won't be surprised if he gets kind of phased out, because I like the move of them bringing back Dwight Howard. I like that move because Lakers dominated the paint the year before. And that was the thing they lacked last year. They had a trio where they can control the inside. They had enough shooting, not great shooting, but had enough shooting. Then you have LeBron with enough size to control the paint, where defensively they kept you to one shot. And offensively, when they weren't shooting the ball well, guess what? They're cleaning up on the offensive glass. So going back to that model, I understand it and I respect it. It makes sense. And you're going to need offensive rebounding when you have Westbrook because he's not a great shooter. But the problem is when you clog up the lane like that, it makes it harder for Westbrook. When Westbrook is not going to be on the ball, as you saw like in Houston, what they did, they had to get rid of, I told you just before, now you hear pundits on TV saying this, what they do, they traded Clint Capella just to open up the lane so Westbrook can have space to operate. So when you have Dwight and AD in a lineup together, where is he going to be able to operate? Because the whole point of getting Dwight is to basically back up AD so AD doesn't have to play a lot of center. So if you got these two guys in the lineup, Westbrook's not going to work at all. I don't see that working. Everybody's talking about the pick and roll with him and AD. Yes, I think that's going to be effective. But what happens when guys start going under the screen? Because Westbrook's not a great shooter. I think the counter move is going to be they're going to have to drag the pick and roll low all the way down to the free throw line. If they're able to drag the pick and roll low down to the free throw line, the defense allow it, then it can be very, very effective. I think him and LeBron are going to operate best in a full court because they're great in transition, both of them. I don't think they have enough shooting. I like the move of getting Melo, and them getting Melo is bringing a lot of people on their side because people genuinely want to see Melo win. They genuinely want to see Melo win because, let's be honest, his career would have been so much different if the fucking idiot Detroit Pistons drafted him and not the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets weren't a bad team. They're a bad team to be drafting in that position, but if Detroit had drafted him like they should have, and the fact that Melo got drafted by a team where he got drafted to a better team than LeBron, but he didn't have another star with him, and he's in the Western Conference. Not having another star and you in the West, good luck. First round in a cloud of dust. That's what's going to happen, and that's what continuously happens for him. But another story, another day. So people are genuinely happy because they want to see Melo on that stage. Because even Melo now, 19th season, going into his 19th season, he just showed in the playoffs. He's capable of coming off the bench in the playoffs with the lights on, putting 30 on your head. Still capable. Giving you that work. He'll always be able to give you that work. So people are genuinely happy, and I'm genuinely happy for him as well. But my point is, if the Lakers can be healthy come playoff time, if they can be healthy come playoff time, that's a big if. That's a big if because AD's tender. As great as he is, he's tender. LeBron the last couple of years has been tender. Dwight last couple of years has been good, but he has a history, the injury history. They got a lot of ifs. They have a lot of ifs. But if they can be healthy come playoff time, they can be serious in the Western Conference. I think teams like Phoenix can give them a real problem because teams like Phoenix will re-sign Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul would have been such a better option for the Lakers. I do. But I don't think the Lakers was trying to pay the kind of money Chris Paul was looking for. Because the thing is, what I've noticed with Chris Paul's last two contracts, no organization wants to be left holding the bag when he is not effective anymore. And that's why you see this latest contract he just signed. He opted out of a $44 million deal and just signed for like $180 million for 4 years, some shit like that. I don't know. The last 2 years aren't guaranteed, and that's something you don't really see in basketball. But why are they not guaranteed? Nobody wants to be left holding the bag, having to pay this motherfucker when he can't even play anymore, when he's 40. Nobody wants to be left holding that bag. And it looked like Houston would have been left holding that bag when they gave him that deal. But he's played that contract out. So he's proved some doubters wrong. I wish him the best. But I think a team like Phoenix can give Lakers a lot of problems because of the speed that they play at. And I think next year they're going to be more equipped because they've been on that stage now. You know, Book has tasted it. He's been close to winning a championship. You understand how many people Devin Booker would have passed over if they would have beat Milwaukee? I mean, think about that. How many motherfuckers he would have passed? He'd have passed. Greek Freak's a two-time MVP. Book passed him. Book would have passed him if they would have won. Straight up. Book passes him. You talk about best players in the league, you got to put Book now before him. Why? Because he beat him head up. And neither squad has a super team. Like, he was close. Book, I expect great things from Devin Booker this year. I expect great things from Cam Johnson. I expect big things out of DeAndre Ayton, the lesson he learned in the finals, getting cooked the way he did by Giannis. Let's not forget he was a number one pick for a reason. For a reason. You know, so I expect great things out of there. And lo and behold, and I keep telling y'all this, the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray's healthy come playoff time next year. Michael Porter Jr., I think, is going to have an even greater ascension this coming season. You saw what he did, his ascension late in the season into the playoffs. I told y'all when he got drafted, it is so hard to build through the draft because MVP caliber players do not grow on trees. So even when you perpetually lose, you're not guaranteed to get MVP caliber players. And even when you get MVP caliber talent, is developing that talent and making sure it mesh, i.e. the Philadelphia 76ers, which I'm going to get to in a minute, i.e. the Minnesota Timberwolves. You had a first-round pick in Karl-Anthony Towns. You had a first-round pick in Andrew Wiggins. Enough said. You know, how many first-round, like, top 10 picks they had in a row. Looked like they was building a super squad straight through the draft, naturally. And look where they at. So, but Denver is a team that has done it right. They've done it right. And if Jamal Murray would have been healthy last year, I think they beat Phoenix. I damn sure do. I think they beat Phoenix. So Jamal Murray is healthy come playoff time. Teams that's able to play fast. If you could play fast, Lakers ain't going to be able to hang with you. So Jamal Murray's healthy. Watch out for the Denver Nuggets. Now, as far as other moves of free agency, Philadelphia 76ers, they perpetually lost, and you got MVP caliber talent with Embiid. You got MVP caliber talent in Ben Simmons. He has not developed his game as far as just being able to take a jump shot, let alone shooting for a great percentage. Now they're going to have to move him. What are they going to do? You cannot go into next season with him still on the roster. Not only for where his play, with a point where he's worn out his welcome, it's to the point where too much has already happened this offseason where you can't go back and act like shit is sweet. This ain't some Aaron Rodgers situation where he could come back and just say, oh, this is how I felt about the order. No. It's done. It's done. They need to lower that fucking asking price and make a move. Golden State Warriors. It's a shame they couldn't make a move prior to the draft because 2 first-round picks look a hell of a lot better prior to the draft than they look after the draft. Because who says the team is going to want what you drafted? You know, and teams are going to sell you a bill of goods. They could tell you anything you want to hear. Yeah, draft these 2 guys, I'll take them. Until that's in writing, until that's concrete, we shook on it, whatever, none of that's concrete. So they may have to give up, the young center that they have. But if they're able to make that move to get a Ben Simmons, even with his lack of shooting, and honestly, this has been said before, always going to be a better shooter, he's going to be a better shooter. If there's any organization that can bring some shooting out of him, it's the Golden State Warriors. It is the Golden State Warriors. And if you put him in the lineup, him, Dre, Clay, Steph, what he's able to do defensively, what he's able to do as a distributor, what he's able to do as a finisher, and just him shooting marginally, you're right there with the Lakers. Because here's the thing, Golden State plays fast. Golden State plays fast. The Lakers won't be able to keep up with that. No, they will not. And if they're able to do that and keep Wiseman, shit, Golden State's right there. But the real biggest piece in free agency, what I want to see is going to happen. I mean, Kyle Lowry just signed with Miami. I think that's a good look. I think he fits. Everybody knows Lowry's a dog. They did a good move getting P.J. Tucker. P.J. Tucker's a dog. He's a culture guy. Milwaukee's going to miss him. Milwaukee is going to miss him. But like I said, I want to know if Milwaukee is going to be brave enough to make the tweaks that's going to be needed so they can compete against the monster squads that's going to be coming out next year. The biggest piece in this free agency that's left remaining is not only Ben Simmons, Buddy Hield. Buddy fucking Hield. If Buddy Hield goes to Philly, if Buddy Hield and of course Dame Lillard. Those are the two big pieces. Where are they going? Damian Lillard cannot go back. Because I think you have three guys who they're big pieces. Each organization is asking for too much. I think when Dame's situation is that he hasn't flat out asked yet. So much speculation is out there, and I feel sorry for Chauncey because Chauncey went and got the job with the hopes of coaching Dame Lillard. Maybe that's playing a part in his decision making. But Dame needs to go. The team has gotten weaker. The team has gotten weaker just this past offseason. The team has gotten weaker. Where's Dame gonna go? Told y'all, if Dame goes to Philly, they compete with anybody. Anybody. They can compete with Brooklyn. Yes, they can. Because last year's squad can compete with Brooklyn. You send Simmons and Thibault, or just Simmons straight up for Dame. You still got the perimeter defense with Thibault. You re-sign Danny Green. Dame, Embiid. That's what they can compete with anybody because Embiid is the most unstoppable player in the league, even more so than Kevin Durant because he plays in the paint. There's no center guarding him. None. Not even Gobert. No centers guarding him. And what's the one thing Brooklyn can't do? Defend the paint. Only question you got to put on Philly, like you got to put every year, one question mark: health. But free agency has not been completely won yet. Where's Dame gonna go? Where's Ben gonna go? Where's Buddy Hield gonna go? If Buddy Hield goes to Golden State and they're able to keep Wiseman, you put out a lineup of Steph, Buddy, Clay, Dre, Wiseman. Yeah, y'all talk that Lakers shit all you want. Bombs away. They'll smoke them in 5. 5. You heard what the fuck I said. 5. Yeah. That Lakers squad can play up time. They ain't running with that. No. They ain't not running with that. No, they're not. No, they're not. But those are the three pieces I'm waiting to see. Where's Dame going? Where's Ben going? Where's Buddy Hield going? That's my take. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm out. Salute.